So this is going to be part 4 on this SRB Quark rotor head redesign. I finally broke these parts right here, the blade grips and the center part that holds the blade grips on the rotor head. These are my own blades, so you can see how they got a little scuffed up there in a crash. I just had a crash. I was really pushing the limits, testing this gyro system here that I have been showing in some other videos. Nothing to do with the gyro. It's just I was just pushing the limits of this helicopter and flying my backyard and came against the wall and really totaled the blades here. Nothing else helping. I did bend a couple of these links here, but nothing major. I did have some spare parts over the years that I never used for the Quark SRB, and so I replaced the blade grips one time already because I had crashed before. But at this point I don't have any more parts, and so I mentioned that I did my own rotor head kind of quick there because I was eager to get another flight yesterday while the day was still daytime, but I actually ended up breaking that because, like I said, I was fine with a little more emphasis. But anyway, in redesigning the rotor head, I want to show you some of the things that that I've done for the housefly. Now, the housefly came out way before this SRB Quark came out. I did that many years before, and I was you know, when I sold this kit here, I'm showing you the parts as the kit of the housefly, the original 2002 housefly submicro helicopter. When I released this finally, how I was selling this, these are all injection molded parts. I was injection molding many of these components here, the rotor head, the center part of the swash plate, and this I was making my swash plates before I actually went and refined that into this version here, all aluminum here. So I've done a lot of this stuff here, and I showed this in I used to show these things that during those years in many of the radio control forums that I used to frequent and participate and put my 2 cents, just like I do with my videos. You know, I share my videos. I've always done that. It's just my nature. I like to share these things with people. I like to share my work. And if you find it interesting, great. You know, if not, then you know, what can I say? You know, some people are appreciative of the work that other people do, and some are not. You know, it's just the nature of how people are. But anyway, I like to show my stuff, you know, for whatever reason. So these are some of the rotor heads. So you can see a lot of this stuff is nothing new. In fact, some of these I could use one of these, you know, on the SRB Quark right here, and I have done you know, dozens, if not hundreds, of these things, you know, throughout the years that I've been designing helicopters. You know, here's another rotor head, and some of these actually use this one. Actually, use the little O-rings. You can probably see the little O-rings right there that I talk about for the rotor head. Those are the O-rings that I mentioned